Starting cosplay can seem a little bit scary at first. When you see all those awesome cosplayers on the internet, you keep thinking, am I ever gonna be able to do something like this? So beautiful and amazing? Or you're just confused about how in the world is it possible? I mean, look at this! How is it made? So here is what I would have loved to know when I started cosplay. Hi guys, Fla'nel here. So I can't remember how many people I saw on social medias recently and mostly on TikTok wondering how to begin cosplay and where to start. I myself have at least 2 people per month asking me about this, and I have a small community compared to others, so I can only imagine how many people are actually asking themselves about that. I'll start with this. We've all been afraid of starting cosplay. Most of the time, the first cosplayers you see online are people with very impressive skills or years of practice behind them, and those cosplays are freaking amazing. Even I was surprised to see people considering my work as something with high skills, which I didn't really consider before. Mostly because I always see what's going wrong with my costumes more than what is great with my costume.
Like a lot of cosplayers, we're not exactly always confident nor entirely proud of every part of our costume.
Yes, and that's something that you have to never forget. We've all been where you are. We had to learn a lot to achieve the cosplays that you see today, and we are still learning every day, even the most popular cosplayers. I mean, do you really think I started cosplay being able to look like a doppelganger of Mads Mikkelsen? I mean, look at me! I'm not exactly the manly type. Just a little side note here. I'm one to think there's no rules about being a man or being masculine. If anything, I'm mostly talking about my stature that is quite different from Mads' ones, who's closer to the cliché of masculinity that we have in most representation. Just be you, and good continuation in this video. This is what my first cosplay looked like when I started cosplay, and at that time I had no idea what wig styling was, I barely knew how to use a sewing machine, and I had no idea that makeup could be important even for male characters. Truly, I started cosplay just because I fell in love with the idea of being able to be my favorite character even just for a few hours.
Et pour moi, c'était à peu près le même principe. Je savais clairement pas coudre ni utiliser une machine à coudre, mais c'est pas ce qui m'a empêché de me lancer.
And that would be the first point. Try cosplay even if it's because you're just curious about it. You want to start because you think that you'll do more cosplay later? Go for it! You want to start because you're just curious and you want to try? Go for it too! I mean, there's nothing at stake. One of my really good friends was intrigued by it and wanted to do a cosplay with me, and after doing one, she realized that it was fun, but nothing much more. So from time to time, she wants to do a cosplay, but she never ended up doing it as a major hobby. Not everyone has the same amount of time to do a cosplay, and let's be honest, cosplay is a very time-consuming activity. I mean, between my videos and my costume, I don't sleep that much.
Si vous saviez.
And that's also why, when you want to do a cosplay for the first time, everyone will tell you, do a character that you really love. Even if you choose an easy character to start with, you can always be surprised by the amount of time it can take. As for the character you're choosing, I would like to say that there are no limits with the character you want to start with. Slice of life characters, knights in shining armor, ninjas… But there is 2 things that you have to check before that. 1, how much patience you have. And 2, how much money you have. If you're not sure that you have the patience nor the money to do a character in full armor, maybe go for an easier character that you'll still like and you'll be able to achieve. It's always frustrating when you want to do a character or do something but you don't have the money or the time to do it as you imagined it. Which brings me to the second point. Try not to compare yourself with cosplayers online that are probably in the game for years now. I know it's hard, I struggle doing it too. But when it comes to cosplay, not everyone has the same body type, shape of face, gender, nor skin color. And I mean, that's not a problem. Those 4 cosplayers are wonderful, their cosplay is amazing regardless of those criteria. Seeing other cosplayers of the character that you want to do shouldn't stop you from doing it. On the contrary, it should boost you to do it. Just do the characters that you like with the skills you have right now. And if you need more skills, you'll find plenty of videos on the internet that will help you gaining those skills. Cosplay community has become quite a big one, so there will always be content about what you're struggling with. It has never been more simple to do a cosplay than nowadays. Start cosplay because you want to have fun, even if it means only taking clothes from your closet or buying it. That's something you shouldn't be ashamed of. Not everyone has the skill nor the time to use a sewing machine. Contrary to popular belief, there's a lot of cosplayers that buy their costumes online and then adjust them on themselves. Maybe you've heard of it, but there's kind of a debate in the cosplay community about closet cosplayers and cosplayers who buy their costume online are not real cosplayers. Only people who make their own costume entirely are considered real cosplayers. And it's only my opinion, but I don't agree with this. I think cosplay is more about interpreting a character that you love. I mean, the first cosplay ever was actually a closet cosplay, so... Yes, that might surprise some of you, but cosplay was actually an idea that came from an American in 1939. It was a couple that wanted to dress themselves as their favorite character at one of the first conventions ever. So they decided to take things that they had at home and created their whole costume with only that. So truly, if someone of 1939 can do a cosplay with what they have at home without all our technologies of today, you can do it. All of that to say, once you found the character that you like and that you feel able to do, it's up to you to decide if you want to entirely make it, if you want to buy it, or if you want to use clothes from your closet and maybe custom them. Forgot this side. It's legal, I assure you. Don't trust anyone who will tell you otherwise, even more for your first cosplay. Or give me the names. I'll take care of it.
Fla'nel.
I've talked about the clothes of the costume, but I also mentioned wigs and makeup before. Those two may be the ones you will less take care of the first time you do a cosplay, but still they appear to be as important as clothes. First, the wig. That wasn't planned. Nothing is forcing you to buy a wig, even more if you have the same hairstyle as your character. Still, if you want to buy one on the internet. Don't buy a Halloween wig. They can work, but they're not the best. For example, you can find some on Amazon and not that expensive. They are easier to access wherever you are in the world. There's also AliExpress, but it will take longer for it to arrive. Know that even if you buy a wig dedicated to your character, you still have to cut in it. Wigs are often too long because the sellers know that not everyone has the same shape of face, so they expect you to cut it. I assure you, it's not that difficult to cut a wig. Just go slowly and everything should be okay. If you have some harder customization to do, more than cutting bangs around your face, don't hesitate to go on internet and watch tutorials on how to make spikes, curl your hair, etc. There are a lot of videos on YouTube or Pinterest. Maybe one day I'll do one myself, but for now, if I had one advice to give you, is to use the got2b. There's a reason we all use it, so trust me on this one. Makeup now! How do you do that? It's not the most important part of the first cosplay, I would say, but still, to make your face look like the character that you want, it's truly easier. Makeup can entirely transform the shape of your face, and this even for a male character. One of the biggest mistakes I made when I was young was thinking that male character didn't need any makeup at all, because male doesn't need makeup. First of all, this is freaking sexist, and second of all, how do you want this face to look like the face of a man just like this? So yep, definitely go check some YouTube videos about makeup, whatever character you want to do. My god, I just realized that 15 years old me was sexist.
Shit, me too.
Still, makeup costs a lot of money, so I would tend to say go for the basics first. Don't buy multiple makeup stuff if you don't know how to use it or if you don't have money. Again, this is an important point. I started with nothing at the beginning because I didn't wear any makeup at that time. And today it is an accumulation of 8 years of makeup and 90% of it is for cosplay. I have more than 300 euros into this to give you an idea. So truly you can start with something light and build up your stuff in the long shot if you need to. You also might have realized it, but there's a lot of characters that don't have your eye color. Most cosplayers will buy lenses to resolve this problem. Don't play with those. Consult an ophthalmologist first to know if your eyes can actually bear it. You can have big problems if you don't check this first.
And you can also have big problems if you buy cheap lenses coming from obscure places. Don't trust Wish. go on website where a lot of people go, like Unixo, Kitties, Pinky Paradise, or even Amazon. And even on those, check the comment before buying anything. If there is no comment, just don't buy it.
Plus, there's absolutely no problem about not wearing lenses. Whether because the ophthalmologist told you not to, or just because you're not at ease with them, just don't endanger your eyesight for a cosplay. You only have one, it's not worth it. And I think we've told everything.
Yes, I think so.
So, what you have to remember is, don't think too much about doing a cosplay. Do it when you want and how you want, but most of all, do it with what you have and the skills you have. Have fun, because that's what cosplay is at the very beginning. Having fun incarnating a character that you love. Love you all and see you soon.
No like, comment or share this time?
Nope, that was too weird. I don't know, expressive skills. One of my really goose friend. I have a goose friend, but whoa, I'm Beetlejuice. To buy a wig. Yes, that's easy actually. You go on internet, you click on buy, and that's okay.